over the next 3 slides, we're going to look at human behavior, different aspects of human behavior, 3 very different aspects of human behavior. So let's look at the first one, which is um, the behavioral difference of it's a matrix, 2 by 2 matrix, where uh, your self on one side, on the bottom, we can see harm to self or benefit to self on the x-axis. On the y-axis, it's benefit to others or harm to others. So harm and benefit being the 2 aspects, and self and others being the other 2. So if you study the behavior, most of us are selfish. Benefit to self, harm to others, which is your win-lose situation. So you're selfish, you look after yourself, you don't worry too much about the others, and competition, marketing, sales, most modern behavioral economics, everything is a selfish. Bulk of us are selfish. So the idea is to move from selfish to cooperative, which is the top right hand box, which is benefit to self and benefit to others. These are the win-win situations: collaboration, community, working with others. And a move from selfish to cooperative would be the goal, the bulk goal for most of us and society in getting things done. Now, the other 2 boxes are interesting because they're very rare, they are not common. At the top left hand corner is the altruistic behavior. That means even if it means harm to yourself, risk to yourself, you help others. A lot of altruistic behavior comes from mothers, children, um, yes, and in many other circumstances of social good, charitable, or even perhaps even harm to your life, you would go out of the way. So altruistic behavior is a goal, and ideally, I mean, in a COVID pandemic society at the moment, there is a need for a lot more altruistic behavior than is currently being displayed. Now, vindictive is also very, very rare. Harm to yourself, harm to others. So you could say that perhaps terrorists or people, drug addiction, it could also be clinical reasons. There are any number of reasons where people even harm themselves, do harm to others. And for example, the COVID thing is a good example is wearing a mask. If you don't see the benefit of the mask, and why would you wear the mask? Both for yourself, to protect yourself, and to protect others. So if you don't wear a mask, you're not only being vindictive, harming yourself, but you're also harming others. So this is a first slide of categorizing this. And it's broadly, most of us are selfish. 60% of the population, 60-70% could be selfish, maybe 20% moving towards a cooperative, collaborative, and 1 to 5% would be altruistic, and 1 to 5% vindictive. Just to give you through some numbers, random numbers at how the population distribution might be with these 4 behaviors. Another way of looking at human behavior is, are you a victim or a victimizer? Every action that you take is either as a victim or as a victimizer. You're taking advantage of something or you're not taking advantage. So that's the victim or victimizer on the x-axis. On the y-axis is aggressiveness, assertive. Are you assertive or unassertive? Are you ambitious or have ambition? So being assertive is a good positive thing. Being unassertive can also have its repercussions, but the behavior falls into, again, a 2 by 2 matrix. So if you're assertive and you feel there's a victim, you're a victim, then the tendency is towards problem solving and resolving issues in the top right hand corner. If you're a victimizer, that means you're taking advantage of people, then you create, and you're assertive, then you're creating win-lose situations. Most negotiating falls into that win-lose, where we try to win something for us without, so it doesn't create win-win, but win-lose. Unassertive and being a victimizer means accommodative. You put up with everything, and I mean, you could be termed doormats, and I mean, all the implications. So you'll broadly see how most, or if not all, humans will fall into one of these categories, and this can vary from action to action, day to day, week to week, which falls into some of the other behavioral sciences which we looked at. So this is a slide that we looked at. This is much more common and well known as the Johari window. There's enough more detailed content elsewhere. But for now, the public area, the blind area, the unknown area, and hidden area falls into 2 matrices, which is the disclosure and feedback. So there's feedback and disclosure as a matrix. what is known to self, what is unknown to self, and then you move the bar. So the dashed lines allow you to move the bar as you get to know yourself and others see the way the others see you. So you could self awareness and being aware of what you can and can't do allows you to think of these four boxes of known to self, unknown to self, known to others, unknown to others, and a disclosure of these, which create self-awareness and ability to understand yourself better. So this is the Johari window.